Hi, I'm Lauren Jane, and this is Art Biz Secrets. Today we're here at Sam Flax. It's a local art store, and they do printing, framing. They have all the art supplies here, as well as unique and fun gifts. So today we're going to go inside and talk to them about how to make a fine art print, how to get your art framed, and show you around. So let's go inside. Hey John, how are you doing today?
Great, Lauren, thanks. How are you?
Good. So I want to talk to you today about getting prints made, getting art framed for the artists who maybe aren't quite so sure about how to do that.
Excellent. Well, we know how to do it, and we're here to help you.
Okay, so my first question would be, what is the difference between a fine art and a Giclee print?
Well, there really is no difference between a fine art print and a Giclee print.
Okay.
All of our high-quality printing comes from an inkjet printer. We use a very large cannon. So Giclee is a French word that means spray or splash, and this is what an inkjet does when it creates a print. So Giclee has become a sort of universal term for large prints that are high quality.
Okay.
The quality is in the paper or canvases. It's also in the inks that we use.
Okay.
So we have tons of different papers and canvases that we show you. You can feel the different weights of them. They absorb the ink differently, and that is what a Giclee really is.
Okay, and then you also do poster printing, is that right?
We do. Well, we use the term digital printing. So upstairs we have a large machine, and it also takes a certain separate set of papers. These are the sorts of things that you would see: business card, promotionals, also small poster-like prints, all the way up to 12 by 18. That's the largest we can go.
Okay.
And there is a big cost difference between fine art Giclee printing and digital printing. We have a lot more control over color with Giclee printing versus digital printing.
Okay, now the largest size you can go on, like the Giclee printing, is different though.
Very large, right.
Okay, very
so
large.
the short side of this machine is 60 inches.
Okay.
And the rolls of paper and canvas sometimes are 150 feet. So we can
Wow.
make a massive banner, print, canvas for you.
That's awesome. Okay. So let's say an artist has a painting or a drawing and they don't have it photographed yet. How would they go about bringing it in to you and having you guys photograph it?
Right. So we try to make it as easy as possible. And what we do is we'll take, if you have an original painting and you need us to create a digital file, we take that painting upstairs to our light studio.
Okay.
And what we do is we light it from 4 different angles. We use a high quality camera, and we take a few digital captures of that. So now we have your image, a digital format of your image, ready to do whatever you want. So you could bring us a watercolor, we could digitally capture it and turn it into a large canvas print.
Oh, wow.
Or vice versa. We could take your canvas, shoot it, and make it a nice little watercolor.
Awesome. Okay. So that's if they don't have a photo yet. So what if they already have like professionally photographed photos?
Well, I will tell you, it's even easier. You
Okay.
can bring that digital file on a thumb drive or use our Dropbox account.
Okay.
Either way is fine. We're looking for something that's at least 600 DPI.
Okay.
There's a big difference between taking a shot with your iPhone
You're right.
versus what we do with your image.
Okay.
On your iPhone screen, it looks great, but when you start to blow it up, it immediately pixels out a little bit. You see a little bit of pixeling. You don't have as much control. So I really recommend having us do the digital capture for you.
There's a couple of technical terms that are more computer savvy type of people know, but I think artists sometimes struggle with, which is like resolution, pixels, DPI. Can you explain what those terms mean?
Sure. So DPI stands for dots per inch, and PPI stands for pixels per inch. At this point, they're almost interchangeable. A computer monitor does not have dots, it has pixels. But really, all of these things add up to resolution. So we are looking for 600, at least 600 DPI or PPI, however you want to say it. It just means how grainy a photo becomes once it's blown up. And that's why we were speaking earlier about digital capturing. That's the difference between a high-powered camera and your cell phone for taking an image.
Okay. So let's say an artist already has like a charcoal drawing and it's in a frame. They want to bring it in to be photographed. How should they prepare it to be photographed for a fine art print?
That's a good question. What they need to do is take it out of the frame and take it out of the glass.
Okay.
Now they can do that at home.
So it can't be photographed through the glass?
It can, but we prefer not to.
Okay.
There are some instances where it doesn't make a difference, but by and large, we don't want to shoot through glass.
Right.
So they can take the artwork out and bring just that in, or they can have us do it. It's called a fitting.
Okay.
We can unframe the piece, and then we can refit the piece when we're done.
Very nice.
There's a small cost to that.
Okay, and I'm assuming it should be like sprayed and make sure that the charcoal's all
Correct.
set.
If they want to spray fix their pastel, they're welcome to do that before they bring it in. We do not use spray fixative here.
Okay.
We leave that to the artist. That one step we leave to the artist.
Okay, great.
Once we have those images, whether you've brought them to us or we've digitally captured them, then we have some fun. We choose papers.
So you have some examples here of the different papers?
Right. So like if we were to be doing wide format, we would start going through some of these papers. Different price points. I mean, we start at $5.50 a square foot and go up from there. So you have, you know, archival matte paper. You have photo canvas paper.
Okay.
You have an e-satin, which is a nice sort of medium gloss photographic paper, which is fantastic. Canson Beretta, and you can just continue to page through
It's
here.
nice because you can, you know, touch it, get the real feel, see the example
see
here.
how the colors show on there.
Yeah, like that just is a total different, you know, look.
Absolutely. So we can get into, you know, we can take a photograph and then print it on like a real texturized watercolor paper.
Has a lot of texture.
So it's almost impossible with watercolor paper to tell the difference between an original watercolor and the print. So watercolor paper is unique that way and very, very popular. So now we're into gloss canvases, metallic gloss canvases, matte finish canvases, museum style canvases. And once we print on these canvases, you're going to want to have us stretch it around a stretcher bar. So you could then hang that canvas on the wall or take that stretch canvas and put it into a floater frame. And I'll show you what I mean. So I have an example of something that we've stretched. So this is a stretched canvas on a 1.5 inch bar with a printed black border. And this is wall ready. In other words, we could do this, you could take it home and hang it on the wall, but you could go a step further. You could put this into a floater frame.
Okay.
So a floater frame is designed to, you know, accent a stretched canvas, but see that gap on the edge of the canvas? That's intentional. So traditionally we show a 1/4 inch gap all the way around. So it's a real contemporary, interesting way to present a stretch canvas.
Now, what are your thoughts on choosing to frame a canvas versus not framing a canvas? Because I've seen them hung both ways. Is it?
Well, I will tell you, I'm a custom framer, and I like to see things complete.
Okay, so that
And
feels complete when it has the
It
frame.
really does. However, you can hang a stretched canvas on the wall all day long. It depends what your budget is.
Okay.
So, for example, we've just finished printing a digital copy of an original acrylic, and we printed this on canvas. What my client wants to have done is have this stretched onto a stretcher bar. And this is a stretcher bar. We basically wrap it around, staple it in the back. We can show either white or black on the side, or we can do a gallery wrap, where we wrap this image all the way around.
Now, you
And-
also could do a mirrored image, is that right?
We do. So a mirrored image is you're seeing the front of the image, edge to edge. Then we take 2 or 3 inches of it and replicate it and fold it over.
Okay.
So it looks like it's gallery, but you're not losing any image doing it this way. And that's very popular, highly recommended way to print a canvas.
Okay.
So we have 3 full-time framers.
Okay.
We're open every day of the week. And so anything that you need framed, we're here to help you. Anything that you need printed, we have Wasim. He is an excellent printer, and we're ready for you.
All right, so basically then an artist brings in their work, you guys photograph it, they tell you what size they're looking for, and if it's on canvas or on paper, like the quality, and then you guys print it to whatever size they desire. And then does that take like a week or so?
About 3 to 5 days is what we tell our clients.
Okay. So then they're done and they get their prints are ready to go.
Then they're ready for framing.
All right, great. So once you have the print all made, you want to have it nice and secure in a plastic sleeve with a foam core backing and then your certificate of authenticity. So I'll show you where to find that. If you come this way. So we have the pre-made, pre-cut ones over here in several different sizes. I like to just go ahead and make all my prints in the same size for just ease. So you would just go ahead and get however many you needed, and then you're going to set that behind your print and then put it in a clear sleeve, which I will show you where to get those. So if you want to protect your artwork for different art festivals or just in general showing it, you're going to want to have this clear plastic sleeve. You can get it in different sizes. I would suggest, because it is a little bit pricier to get these, to go ahead and just get maybe a large size and a small size and then work your way up from there. And that gives you that nice protected finished product. If I wanted to get this framed, how would I go about doing that? What are the steps?
Okay, so you come see us any day of the week. There'll be a professional custom framer here to help you. And we'll look at frames, we'll look at mats, fillets, glass, and we'll come up with a design. So for this particular print, I came up with a design that includes a fillet. A fillet is just a thin wood strip, and this is a fabric suede mat and a metallic wood frame. And this is something that we do together. I pull a bunch of different looks and we sort of go through them and find something that you love.
Okay, so I could have different color mat, different color frame.
That's right. Different types of glass.
Yeah, on the glass, so I've heard some people say use plexiglass and some people say use regular glass. I heard there's something about when you're shipping that if it's regular glass it could break, it could cause a problem. What do you think?
Right. Our primary interest is the life of the work. So everything that we do here, by and large, is archival. So we use acid-free mats, acid-free backing, glass that has a UV protection. So that's our primary concern. We also have plexiglass. If you're going to be shipping your work to different places, we recommend using plexiglass because it won't break, and plexiglass also comes in UV.
Okay, so it is possible to get the UV protection with plexiglass. But do you prefer the museum quality glass over that?
Well, museum quality is the best glass, and whenever it's in the budget, I highly recommend it. It has the same UV protection as conservation clear glass, but it's made in such a way that there's no glare whatsoever.
Oh, okay, so it's all about the glare.
That's right.
All right, cool. So that would be how we get it matted, how we get it framed. Now you guys also have some pre-made frames.
We do.
And when would we want to use a pre-made frame versus a custom frame?
Well, it really depends on timing and budget. We really pride ourselves on being competitive with custom framing.
Okay.
So I think you'd be surprised being able to pick a custom-made size with your own colors of matte, frame, glass choices. It's a lot more affordable than you think.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I've heard you guys have won awards for your frames here.
Just a few.
Just a few, awesome. Thank you so much for talking to us today about how to make prints, how to get them framed, what the difference is between them. You know, Sam Flax is just so much more than just an art store because you have all of these things that you offer, as well as art classes. You have the annual muraling day where you redo the entire mural outside. You guys have the contemporary furniture, as well as really unique and fun gifts.
We do.
And you guys are starting up your art classes again.
Right, we're starting up our art classes, and we like to say that Sam Flax is everything creative. So from creating your own artwork to finding creative gifts, furniture, stationery, framing and printing, of course, and we're excited to see you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking this time today and going over all this. Have a good one.
I'm John Knight, and this is Ed Sanderson, and we look forward to seeing you at Sam Flax.